Hello everyone, this is Vishnu, and my topic for data structures concept video for subject data structures is on practical applications of hash data structures. So let's get started. So before proceeding further, let's understand what is hashing. So hashing is a kind of a technique or a process of mapping key and values. Let's say like dictionaries in Python, where it works on key and value pairs, works under. So it's not hashing is a technique or process of mapping them. So mapping keys with values into hash table by using a hash function. So it is this is mainly done for faster access to the elements, and the efficiency depends on how the hash function is being used into the program or being implemented into the program. So this is what basically hashing is, or a hashing what hashing does. So moving on. So let's have a look at the applications of hashing in real world. So message digest. So it's a cryptographic hash function containing a string of digits created by a one-way hashing formula. So messages this were designed to protect the integrity of a piece of data or media to detect changes and alterations to any part of a message. So it's nothing but in encrypting encrypting the message that needs to be sent to the other party, so that in middle process no one could uh, know what the message is. So this is what this is one of the functions, or this is a place where this hash functions are being used for encrypting the messages, and where encryption happens in the place of the sender side, and in the receiver side there will be keys with value keys already present with the uh, client or the end person, or we can also say it as the receiver. He has the keys and the values have been transmitted by the sender, and this hash function will match those values to the keys, and with the help of that process we can decrypt the data. So ultimately we can decrypt the message. So moving on, file systems. So for file systems, this hashing function is being used so for us to linking the file name to the path of the file. So whenever we interact with the file system as a user, we can see the file name or the path to the file. But to actually store and correspondence between the file name and the path, the physical location of the file on the and the physical location on the file of the list, the system uses a mapping function, which is nothing but this hashing function, to map all these data or the location, the physical location in the disk or in the grid of an SSD, and the file location, and as well as the file name. So these data has been stored in the key value format, and the systems, the OS will decide, or it depends on the OS how it will implement this hashing function, and mapping of the data or mapping of the files to their physical location on the hardware is been done with the help of this hashing functions, and it's been implemented as a hash table. So moving on, password verification. So digital security is one of the key requirements, or it's a very essential component. So This hash function can be used for encrypting our password. So this encryption can be done with the help of SHA-256, where it's a code for each and every letter. Let's say for A, there will be a 256-bit code which is generated by this hash function, which would take a lot of time to even know this password. So for each and every character, there will be a separate uh, code. Let's say for A, there can be one kind of a 256-bit code. For B, there will be another, and they would not be same for each and every person or each and every uh, let's say the computer or the program. So um, how so when they are not same for each and every program or each and every um, user, then how we can retrieve the data? So here the key values come into the picture, where uh, the keys will already be present on the receiver side, where we over here are passing the values. So when we pass these values at the end, those values will be considered, and the data will be retrieved with the help of key values. I mean, with the help of values, we retrieve the keys, or by replacing the hash function in the keys position and values, or the ABCD in the values place, then uh, or vice versa, we can retrieve the data, and the data will be stored or being shown. In this case, it's based on passwords. So basically, this will be done. A server will have its key value pairs. So here at the client side, will be passing the values, and the server side, these values will be considered, and it will be the program or the hash function will take care of decrypting the data. So which is a one. So this is one of the ways, or actually how SHA-256 works. It's a hashing function, and whenever the number of character increases, then the number of or let's say the time also increases to decrypt, or to hack, or to know the what exactly the password is. So this is one of the useful techniques for uh, encrypting and decrypting the data, or saving the privacy of a user in this world of internet. And this is how all those passwords and the data, each and everything, is being transferred via internet safely and securely with the help of these kind of functions like hash functions. And SHA-256 is known to be one of the greatest examples, since this SHA-256 algorithm was also became famous for cryptocurrency, which is nothing but the Bitcoin, the very famous currency, cryptocurrency, where this Bitcoin uses SHA-256 algorithm to generate a problem and the block. So not only for these applications like password verification, file system, uh, messages, but also for cryptocurrency as well. This this hash function is being used or been implemented. So that's it, everyone. Thank you.